Good morning, everybody. It's about 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning, the Saturday before Easter, and got a lot to show you. Got a lot to show you today, but I've got to get these animals fed before these two die of hunger. Taking care of you girls. Gnats are awful. Whew. All right. We're switching out to a tripod because we need one hand to swat the gnats away and the other hand to work. This is Grow Out Pen 1.0, and I'm working on the design for 2.0 because there's a big problem. If you saw my video about losing one of our California tans, it's hard to see the birds at the back of the tractor, and it's hard to keep from running over some. So
well, we had some escape too, right?
Yeah, we also had 3 escape. We got them back in there. So working on another option with this, make it a lot easier to see. But we're going to try to move these guys and try not to hurt anything.
Still moving?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's probably good.
Food and water back in. We feed our juvenile birds, we feed them chick starter until they reach about 4 or 5 months old. Then we switch them over to regular layer pellets. So this is Easter weekend, and we have been busy bees. There's a lot going on. So we spent the last 2 days, Thursday afternoon and Friday, tilling up the garden, getting that ready. So we put a video out about yesterday about tilling up our garden, and then yesterday afternoon we started planting. We planted some tomato plants and some pepper plants, and we have, this morning we're going to plant zucchini, squash, and zipper cream peas. On top of that, we have another batch of eggs in the incubator that is going on lockdown today. That means we take them out of the egg turner, lay them in the bottom of the incubator. They are due to hatch in 3 days. Right now, the first task on the agenda is getting these seeds in the ground. So Good Friday is traditionally in our area been the time when a lot of people start planting their gardens. Our average late frost is April the 15th. Today is April the 19th, so we're ahead of that curve. So we feel pretty confident in putting everything out. The wind's picking up and the gnats are dying down, so we're gonna take this time to make the best out of the situation and get planting while the gnats are gone. The first step in getting these planted is we use the old string and stake method to make sure we have good straight rows. I had an old friend of mine said, an honest man can't make a straight row. I don't know if that means that I'm honest, but I can't make a straight row. So we're gonna use string and 2 stakes stretched out, and to get these seeds in the ground and make sure we have nice straight rows. Gonna use a tape measure to make sure that our rows are equally spaced out. We like to have wide rows in between, so we use 8 feet. That gives us enough room to get the big tiller through if need be, and then even as they get bigger, there's still enough room for us to get the little tiller through to cultivate in and around. So we're gonna put this thing on time lapse. We're gonna get these seeds in the ground. All right, so we got everything planted so far. I thought I'd walk you through and let you see. First 3 rows are tomato plants. We have I believe two grape tomato plants. We have 30, I believe we have 30 tomato plants. So we have one, second row of tomatoes, third row of tomatoes, and there is
half a row on this row.
This is half a row.
This
also
is
third row.
half.
And then here we have a half a row of tomatoes and a half a row of peppers. Peppers, we have 3 jalapeno peppers. We have 2 lunchbox peppers and a bell pepper. Right here where our line is, this is a double row of zipper cream peas. Now, the reason we went with zipper cream this year is because several years ago at a roadside stand, Michelle and I bought some peas that were the tastiest peas we've ever eaten, and we've not been able to find them. But somebody told us that they were zipper cream, so we actually found some zipper cream peas. So we have a double row of zipper cream peas on each side of the string. The string is to help us keep our rows straight. So we have a double row of zipper cream, and then on our last row here, we have 6 hills, 3 hills of yellow straight neck squash, 4 hills of zucchini squash. Squash, you really need to plant them in hills. I don't know why, but that's just the way my dad did it and the way Michelle's dad did it. But you plant squash in hills. So while we're doing our tour, let's go take a look at the onions that I planted a few weeks ago. All right, so this is the onion sets that we set out 2.5 weeks ago. They're looking really good. This one half is yellow onions, Vidalia onions. The other half is sweet reds. And they're growing really good. You can see there's a few that are getting good eating size here. These will be, we pick these, we eat these as what we call green onions. Small, you can cut them up into salads. This one right here is looking really good. I mean, it's about the size of my thumb. Right here, we have 2 volunteer strawberry plants. We planted these last year. I got them on clearance and decided to try to plant them. They didn't do anything last year, but this year they're blooming. At least one is blooming. This one looks like it's got a few blooms down here. So we'll see what happens. We're just going to let them live out their best life here with the onions. Now let's look at the peach tree that we planted last year. So this is the peach tree that we planted last year. So this is the first spring that it's been on our farm. It was planted in the fall. I don't see any peaches on it, which is to be expected because, like I said, it was just planted in the fall. But it is looking very healthy, very, very healthy. Needs a little pruning, but it's looking very good. Trying to see if there's any little blooms. I don't see anything, but not expecting a whole lot from this tree this year. Oh wait, no, look right here. Hands are dirty.
Yeah, I see it.
There's 2 little peaches there, 3 little peaches. No, 2, 3.
It had blooms.
Yeah,
about 3 weeks ago.
3 little peaches there. So we do have fruit on this tree, and that's pretty amazing that we have fruit. Oh wait, there's another little peach right there.
Let's see.
Right there, little peach. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. Oh, you find some more? Oh yeah, there's some more there. So there's a few peaches on here. So that's pretty amazing, guys. That's pretty amazing that we just planted this tree in the fall. And
back in what, October?
In October, I believe. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, a yellow peach. It's in Alberta. But yeah, that's great. Let's go look at the plum tree. All right, so this is our plum tree that we don't remember the variety of this plum. But anyway, I was a little worried about this tree because this tree bloomed out pretty early. We had a frost and the blooms fell off. The blooms were on for a little bit, and so when they fell off, I was really like, we may not have any plums this year. Maybe the blooms were on there long enough to fruit, but as you can see, Look at this branch. It's loaded again. It's loaded with little plums. Getting good little size there. See that? Just loaded. There's a little leaf bug there. Loaded with plums.
Look at the little bitty ones.
Yeah, little buds. Here's loaded good. I mean, looking good. So, yeah, they're just, look at that. It's going to be another good banner year for plums.
It might be more than last year.
I don't know. Last year was crazy.
If you look all the way up, look, it's full.
It's going to be crazy. Last year this tree produced like gangbusters. And
it was like this.
Yeah, it was so much fruit on it that it weighted the tree down. And this tree needs to be pruned. It's going to have to be pruned this fall. But I'm really surprised. I haven't come out here to look at it a whole lot, but it is, the more that we look at it.
It's loaded.
It is loaded.
I mean, all the way to the top. I see them all the way to the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's loaded with plums.
Don't say peach.
Yep, no, loaded with plums. So most of the plums are probably going to be given away. We eat quite a few in the summertime, and we also make some jars of jelly, and we give those away as Christmas gifts or eat them. And then we end up giving a lot away, and that's probably what's going to happen this year. But these plums make really good eating plums, and they make really good jelly. And the gnats are fixing to carry us off. And so the last thing we need to do today, the last thing that needs to get done is it's our incubator. The eggs in our incubator need to go on lockdown today. So let's get out of these gnats, go inside and move some eggs. So this is not edible gardening, but it's gardening the same. This is Michelle's rose bush. What color do you call this, Michelle?
It's in the pink family.
It's a pink rose.
I really don't know exactly.
The smell as you go into the house, it just smells so good. And it is just loaded down. This we fertilized this rose bush with the water that came out of our fish tank when we changed the water, and man, it is deep green. It is loaded with blooms. Loaded with blooms.
This one's my favorite.
This is I would call it an orange.
It is.
But this is Michelle's babies every year, usually for her birthday or for Mother's Day or Valentine's Day. Instead of buying her flowers that are going to die, I get her a rose bush. So we have probably 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rose bushes, but that's a beautiful, beautiful rose. Just look at that. All right, so these eggs have 3 days remaining before they hatch, and so it's time to put them on lockdown. What that means is we take them out of the egg turners and take the egg turner out of the incubator and put the eggs down on the bottom, the floor of the incubator. Because on these last 3 days of hatching, they need to be on their side and they don't need to be moving. So we're going to give them the best chance of becoming little chickens as we can. So I'm going to do this kind of quickly because when you're incubating, you don't want to have a lot of temperature fluctuations. So I'm going to open this, pull this egg turner out, and quickly as I can set them right back down in there. We did candle these for the last time about a week ago. All but 2 had developing chicks that seem to be doing well. There were 2 that were either not fertilized or never developed. All right, so I'm gonna get this out of the way. Get back on.
You need 5 hands.
Thermometer back in there. There we go. So now these are going to set for the rest of the time. Should start seeing. So today is Saturday morning. 3 days left. So we may start seeing some action about Monday, maybe. Monday, Tuesday. That's about all I have to show you today. We're going to let the sun come out and burn off some of those gnats before we get back out there and do a little more work outside. We're going to drink a little more coffee. Guys, have a great day. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.